Welcome, welcome, welcome. A good day to each and every one of you. Happy April 1st, folks. Happy April 1st. Believe it or not, happy April 1st. Candy Nadine Inderjeet and Beatrice Selby, the first folks who are in the chat, joining us from YouTube, our tubers. Good to have you guys with us. And I want to ask a question. Why does Candy and Beatrice join us from YouTube as against Facebook? I know some folks rather watch YouTube on their smart televisions than try to sign up to Facebook Watch and all of that. So maybe, but I fast. I want to. Beatrice and Candy, they're always here on Facebook. I wonder if they're hiding from some people on Facebook or so on. But we're so happy for all the folks who are joining us, whether it's via Facebook, it's via YouTube, it's via LinkedIn, it's via Twitter. We're so happy to have each and every one of you guys. And of course, we cannot ask for more. We love this time with you guys. We really enjoy our time together. And I do have a very special someone. I'm just saying that because I'm required to. As per the script, I have my morning co-host from the FYI. Some people look. You bring them by your house, they eat little food, and so they want home. This is what's thing to do. What's thing to do? So Drita's here with us, and she's gonna be walking with us through the paces for the program, guys. Please make her feel loved and welcome. She's listening. She's not yet, Drita, over to you.
Hey guys, good day. It's always good to be here with you. Of course, you know that Sher didn't cook anything. Don't want to control you.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't cook and feed
Mm.
anyone.
I thought we made some fries with some cheese, and we had some chicken. I was up early stirring this pot, and then hear the things you're talking about,
The
just
proverbial pot
hear the
still
things you're
boils.
saying with
So,
this. I'm embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed. To protest. I shall sit right here to
oh my
protest.
goodness.
How
So
are we doing, Julia? How are we doing?
I am great. I see Andrew Cuthbert online with us. I see Terrence Bateson, Brenda
Mm-hmm.
Brathwaite. Hey, how are you guys doing? And Tamika Williams, John Baines. I see but Andrew Cuthbert, he says Pace and Power 2022.
Pace and power, indeed, my brother.
He has it in
Pace and power.
all caps. Ravi Cameron is in the house with us. Hey Ravi, how are you doing? Ravi is always one of our faithful listeners, followers for every single program. It's always good to have you with us, Ravi.
Pace and power, pace and power. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. I see Edward Gonzalez is here and Pinky Richmond, Alex Boom and Patricia Kisu and Tomika. Good to see you. Tomika Williams, Laverne Harricher and Kelvin Prasad, Diane Gibbs-Zandy, Patricia Kisu. So many wonderful folks. Persist. How are you doing, Persist? Good to see you, Claire Capel. I heard you pronounce it as Chappelle yesterday. I said, what if I get it wrong?
I don't know.
I say Capel,
Yeah.
Capel, Claire Capel.
I see Philomena Fontanelle
Yeah,
is joining
yeah,
us
yeah.
this midday.
Those were the I won't say the old names, but names you associate with a few years ago. Philomena,
Yes.
right? And even Fontanelle is a very elegant name, very
Yes,
elegant,
Philomena took some
right?
time to learn to spell that
Oh
herself.
yes. When you think about Philomena, Fontanelle, you think about rich people,
Of
right?
course.
Rich people. Philomena thinks tighter this side, girl. Things a little rough here. Dara David and I see Desiree Hollingsworth. Good to see you guys. We're so happy you guys have dropped by. Bernadette Duncan, family. Uh, Bernadette, so good to see you. So good to see you.
Well, I'm looking at the comments and say GT Root Gal. I
Oh
see that, right?
yes,
I think there's someone in my on my profile that goes by the name GT Root Boy. So I don't know if this
it's
is our
family.
tag team.
It's family. It's family.
So-
Rude boy, rude girl. It's family. You gotta ask. You don't know it's family. Folks, what is the weather like where you are? And please, pray tell what you guys are having for lunch as well. We'd be pretty excited to know that. What are you guys having for lunch as well? As I said, I cooked up a storm, guys. I did like a rotisserie kind of chicken, and we had some. English potatoes, some fries.
Oh
With
my
that,
goodness.
we had like a kind of
A kind of
like a
a
barbecue sauce,
kind of a, like
uh,
a barbecue sauce. You
glazed on that chicken, guys.
you don't have to ask. My God, sure, did not enjoy that. That's something.
Mm-mm. The rest is history. The rest is history. But guys, I really want to let you know what the weather is today and let us know whether you have weather that's similar at your end. As you know, guys, it's the first day of April, and it's 29 degrees outside where we are. 29.
Guys,
20,
I
yeah.
see Donna Liverpool is here. Could you guys tell us how you are hearing us? If you're hearing us loud and clear, could I get a bit of feedback on that? If you're hearing us loud and clear, just drop a comment in the comment section saying loud and clear. Let us know that you're
Yeah.
getting good
Hashtag loud and
reception
clear
there.
for us. We like that kind of feedback. We love these our guests, our listeners. We love the public in this way.
Andrew's giving us a thumbs up. I don't know if that means loud and clear, but Andrew, could you let us know how you were hearing us, how you're receiving us at the moment?
Kylo Tech says he's grabbing an egg ball. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I know them if the folks in one Kylo Tech because they said them girls in one egg ball. I don't know. Whiskey session. I'm certain joining
I
us from
feel
or Boys Town or Tiger Bay.
I see
Yes,
Deborah
Deborah
as
says loud
well.
and clear.
Yes.
Good, good, Deborah. We're so happy. We're so happy. So, folks, we are going to allow you guys to send in your voice notes because we're going to play a couple of them based on our topic. It's a continuation based. I don't want to use the word basically. As a continuation of our topic from this morning, talking about inclusivity and national development, and quite a lot of commentary of recent surrounding the fact that Guyanese must benefit from the money that the oil and gas producing, and that money as well as part of benefiting Guyana should be used in the wider economy and just not let oil and gas take over everything to the detriment of the other sectors.
Very true, very true. And a lot of folks have been talking out, speaking up and out about that matter altogether. So we are happy to have other persons on board with such important issues that we are facing right now in Guyana. We have the lack of inclusivity is not helping anyone at all. The country suffers, and no matter how you think that just when a few people benefit, then it's all good. When the country is suffering, even the benefit that they perceive to be going into the food pockets, and it comes back to haunt them in the future. So let us look and see how this is going. Let us continue to have this discussion, and hopefully persons will come to their senses really quickly.
Yep, yep, yep. That is what we hope, of course. That is what we hope. I see Maxine Monroe says loud and clear, pace and power. Ernest Farley says loud and clear. Brenda Bradford says this. All the Bradfords are here today. Good to have you guys. Good to have you, Marilyn Thomas. Yep, yep. But before we get to that, we want to touch on a couple of things. And Durant is trying to verify a piece of news. We're going to ask her to talk to us about that other issue that you wanted to raise, news and so forth, like from the newspapers. Yeah, Judy was telling us earlier on there's a topic that she missed this morning that she wanted to deal with. Um, and I can see her batting her eyelids here. Like, what is he talking
I
about?
know that I missed something this morning that was important, but I'm trying to remember
Yeah, yeah.
exactly
It
what it
happens. You see the
was.
age stepping in, folks. The age stepping in.
Oh, well, age. Oh
It's
my
age
God,
stepping in.
it's not
She's
good.
Yeah, the age stepping. But while Julia focuses on that, guys, we want to encourage you guys to use the roadways with care. Some of you might be listening to us driving now, guys. Take your time out there. Take your time. Take your time. We've been saying for a long time. We continue to say, guys, let's use the roadway with care and caution and everything else. All the other C's. Please do that. Let's arrive alive. Too many accidents we see already. Needlessly so. Needlessly so. Too many accidents, guys. Too many, too many, too many. So that's one of the first things I want to ask you guys to look at. One of the very first things. Good to see so many of you joining us today. Linda Webster, Alicia, Thomas, Andrew Cuthbert, Kalila Ronalds, Marilyn King, Patricia Kisun, Petula Boys. Petula, really good to see you. Good to see you, Petula. Great to see you, Petula.
I know all of these names. I'm looking at their profiles. So, guys, it's always a pleasure to have all of you with us. Gloria Darwin Moore. Gloria, how are you? Where are you joining us from? Just let us know. Drop a little notation there in the comment section. You know, it's Friday, the 1st of April, and I can tell you that nobody have actually gotten me as yet with any tricks thus far. But my daughter says she's waiting patiently
Maybe you
for
don't
me at
know. Maybe you
home.
don't know. It's April Fools, folks.
So I'm yet to go with that. Sure, safeguarding himself. He doesn't want to get caught up in that bit either. So that's a whole lot going on.
Yep. Lots of things to talk about, lots of things to discuss. And we're going to be talking today as well about, what has happened, this new area in which the Georgia Public Hospital Corporation is going with these weight loss surgery.
Oh well, that's an interesting thing to be looking at with loss surgery. I don't know, but I still advocate for the more traditional, old-fashioned way. We just eat healthy, exercise. But there are folks that definitely need some additional intervention. And I'm glad that GPHC is actually moving in that direction to assist persons with that. Because not everyone can be like Sherry Duncan, to take the marathon and do the run from Georgetown to Linden. We're not all fit like that, Mr. Duncan. So
Man, we gotta do what we gotta do. Haters gonna hate. But we gotta do what we gotta do, people. We gotta do what we got to do and just move along, move along, move along. In addition to that, Jarida, some other information we're tracking for our listeners is the fact that they're saying that only some fuel prices are down locally. I thought, what government did was going to affect across the board. These people still in government, or they're just there marking time? Because, like, people could choose whether they want to follow what the government is instructing or not.
yeah, they're not marking time. They're putting in your pockets. It's a different discussion. It's not about them marking time, but they're too engaged filling their pockets, doing under table deals and those things. So they're not interested in how the ordinary people survive on a day-to-day basis in this country. That's the truth.
Yep, and I'm happy that it is us at this end. We started tracking the gas prices,
Mhm.
and we first reported that lots of the dealers did not accommodate that 10% reduction, well, 50% reduction. Or was it, guys? Advise me. You already numbers, people. 10,
10%.
10% reduction in the excise
The
tax.
lie was the 50%.
The lie was the 50%. So Julie, talk to us about that. Since you jump in.
Well, no, it was the 10%, and folks, what you would know is I see the first, as you would have noticed, the first place to actually have a response was none other than Guy Oil expected what that they were expected to go down that road, and then it was strange enough to see persons. I think a comment was made, if I'm not mistaken, it was from Sol that says that they had to sell off the fuel that they purchased at the higher cost before, and then the very same day they I believe they got a call and they tried to go ahead and drop a little bit. But we're monitoring. We continue to monitor that to see where it goes. And like I said, for the persons that did get the benefit of the reduction from Gaia, I think it was how much? $15, $20? I think it was $20. $20. So
Nothing to consider, really. And truth.
so I hope you were spending the $20 wisely. If I can.
Don't spend all one time.
Don't
No,
spend all one
don't spend
time.
all one time. Please, please. We gotta be thrifty.
Keep it safe for when it go back up again. We're not hoping for that, but just in case, just keep that $20 safe. Don't go spending it all. That is the benefit of it. What can you do with that?
Yep. And guys, in addition to that, what we tracking, Julia? We're tracking the story we told our listeners about yesterday about the baby that died at the New Amsterdam hospital. We
Mm.
have we're picking up the mother spoke to the mother of the child, spoke to Channel 28 News, and I think we have some of that. I really want our listeners to get some additional details from that. So we're gonna plug that audio in and let our listeners get a sense of some of what the mother has said since. And there was a horrific story of the mother being in labor at the hospital, delivering the child. The child had some breathing complications. Them doing suction on the child. The mother said they noticed some blood coming out in the suction, and the child was referred to Georgia Public Hospital from New Amsterdam. But it took about 3 or 4, 5 hours for them to get transportation. So we want to hear from that mother. That was the story we were talking about yesterday. Among the other things we were focusing on, I think we can. I think we have some audio we can patch through. Guys, take a listen. Let's get to them. All right. I think the guys are telling us they're not here.
Guys, let us know if you are
Yeah, guys,
receiving the feed.
let us know whether you are hearing that, guys. We're getting an impression that we aren't hearing.
No sound, I see
No
sound.
sound. All right, guys, we're going to make sure that we get a better. But again, the mother was lamenting the treatment meted out at the, what do you call it? We're going to get that for you guys. Really want you guys to hear it for yourself. We are going to get that for you, and we're going to play Judah.
Yeah, most definitely we're gonna hear that it's her first child, and very very sad situation there. When we're talking about development, we're talking and we're making sure that we cover all the bases. So these programs are used to amplify the voices of ordinary Guyanese, and it is very sad sometimes when you have to listen to these things. Guys, I want you to give a feedback on if you are hearing me right now. I know that there was some disruption in the feed for that the audio there, but just let us know if you are hearing us. If you're hearing me, try to just say that in the comment. Okay, so Paula Mattis said she's hearing me.
Well, I can hear you. All right, we're gonna try to get an audio for you guys. So bear with us. But again, we gotta take these matters so seriously. We gotta take these matters so seriously because in this case, it was life and death, and in the end, that was the situation there. And we have to be careful, very very careful.
Most definitely.
Let me see if I get it from another way, guys. Let us know if you're hearing it now.
If you're hearing the feed.
All right, the guys say they're not hearing. Well, it's more than us now. Apologies, but we gotta be so careful. That's the point we really want to make. We really want to make, right? We're gonna try to get that for you. Yep, yep, yep. What else we talking about today, Judah?
Well, I want us to be. I'm actually trying to follow as we are on it right now. I'm trying to follow in a bit of information that I'm trying to see if it is correct or not. I'm trying to verify concerning the Demer Harbor Bridge, but until I can do that, I'm going to just leave that out. But one of the things that we started to check up on a little bit this morning was the fact that there was the U.S. ambassador actually speaking to the fact that there is need for lower costs to travel to the Rupununi, and she was saying that the Rupununi was actually more expensive to travel to than for you to go to Barbados. So quite some things for us to speak on and discussions for us to have. I know that a lot of persons that did not have the opportunity, the privilege to actually visit Rupununi, but I did, and I can tell it's absolutely beautiful. And when persons go there, they usually don't want to come back. So most definitely, we need to be looking at creating a system in which it is cheap for us to visit our own country and not more expensive for us to visit regions within Guyana as opposed to traveling overseas outside of our borders. So that's one of the things that we've been looking at. And again, I say that guys, let us know how you're receiving us. Let us know how the feed is coming through. Some person saying that as you run the lane is saying that hearing on and off. Let us know when there's consistency back again. Well,
Yeah,
that goes when we were
I
trying.
think yeah.
Mhm,
The office when we were trying to play the insert
mhm.
of the mother who gave the interview who lost her baby at the New Amsterdam hospital. There we were trying to play that, but the audio is not coming through. But we're gonna try to sort that out. So a lot of stuff happening, but our discussion today, folks, our discussion is on the inclusivity, national development, and this we're talking about on two fronts. We're talking about it on two fronts. Firstly, uh, that all citizens of the country are able to benefit from the national wealth, whether it's oil and gas, it's gold and diamond, bauxite, whatever it is, the national wealth, that all citizens can benefit, and then inclusivity in development in terms of one sector dominating as against all of the sectors being able to benefit and all of the sectors being viable. And I think that's part of the process. That's part of what Trinidad pointed out recently. One of the columnists there in Trinidad talked about the fact that they're not an oil economy, that they do lots of other stuff. To say that it is falling apart, they say was, really, really, really disappointing.
Yeah. Well, personally, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was headline in one of the newspapers today also that yeah, the U.S. ambassador also spoke about diversification being critical for Guyana at this point in time. So most definitely, that is one of the things that we need to be looking into. And I dare say the record thus far does not show any aspect of diversification. We have all the industries basically fallen back, except that of the oil and gas. So that says a lot about the direction that we are headed in. And if something is not done for us to fix that, rectify rapidly, then we are definitely going to be in a very dangerous position.
Yeah, but look, this one and Cassie Ruth Naman, she want extra time for not hearing us. She want extra. You think some people easy extra time? Uh, welcome, and Cassie Ruth. Welcome, Gordon Smith and Savannah Page. Savannah, I ain't see you for a little bit. How are you doing, Savannah? Great to see you. Great to see you. Nicola Daniels, good to see you as well. Good to see so many folks joining in. So why don't we head into our discussion about that? Again, so that's what the ambassador said. And we were discussing in the morning program that one of those columnists yesterday in the Trinidad Experience that wrote about this comment, they really took exception to this comment that they're falling apart. And in one of those pieces, they are quoting the author, that is, the author is quoting the IDB president, He is quoting the IDB president and seemed to be saying exactly what Sarah Ann Lynch is saying, that one set of people alone should not benefit from the oil and gas wealth, should not benefit from the oil and gas resources. One set of people alone. It has to be very, very well thought out, and all must benefit. Let me just read what he said. Let me read what he said, finding my way very quickly in my notes. Let me read what he said. And again, this is Mauricio Calva. Is it Calver? Hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Calvo Corone, yeah. Mauricio Calvo Corone, and he's the president of the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB, and he says that we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we have not seen, frankly, since Norway discovered its resources in the 20th century to help a democratic country. In the case of Guyana, truly ensure that those resources go to the development of the country and within the democratic structure. Yep, for the benefit of its people, right? For the benefit of its people in a sustainable, inclusive fashion, and eventually takes perhaps Guyana from a developing nation to a developed nation. It would have it would have the resources to be able to do so. And that is something we have not been able to see in Latin America, in Latin America and the Caribbean. The full transition in that regard, they will have the per capita resources to do so if managed well and if everyone can benefit from it. That's what Mr. Calva Corone said, the IDB president. That if we manage this thing well, if we're not partisan, if we are not biased, if we are not one-sided, that the thing can benefit all of us. Right? And that's what we want to see happening. It must benefit all of us.
Guyanese altogether, regardless of which region you're living in, regardless of your community, the diverseness of your community. It doesn't matter. You're Guyanese, you're living in this country, you have been through the struggles in this country, and it is for you to benefit right now, each and every one of you. And this is what we want, this is what we have been advocating for, that everyone should be able to benefit. And we know some communities have very specific needs that other community doesn't have. So when it comes to that, we talk about equality versus equity. So we need to see equity and equitable distribution of resources throughout the country so that we can get everyone on par and in line at this moment.
Yep, yep, yep. And for instance, Rita, we were tracking recently, you had two regional outreaches by the vice president, for instance. And people have been asking, how come the students in Esquivel got school bus? How come Linden didn't get a school bus? Right? People want to see equal distribution. It said everybody from Linden living near a school, they don't need school transportation. Right? Equity, that is what is needed. And both Sarah Ann Lynch talking about inclusivity in what is happening, what is taking place, the growth that is forecasting to take place, and also Cal Peron talking, this is the IB president, talking about the wealth of the country, being able to benefit everybody. Being able to benefit everybody. So good to see so many of you. Thanks for joining the discussions, guys. So you want to have your say, drop us a voice note. We're going to play it for you guys and move things along. You want to have your say, send us a voice note. The number 627-6963 or post 592 goes in front of that. Right? If you need to add us to drop a voice note, 627-6963. And you can put the country code in front of that if you need to, 592. But again, we got to move this country forward together, together. We can do it. We can do it. And so I agree with what both parties are saying. Calvo Corral, the IDB president, and Sarah Ann Lynch, the American ambassador, together that inclusivity needs to happen, diversity, you said it yourself, Adrita, equity needs to happen. And we can move this country forward, come out of these small enclaves where we're just listening to ourselves. We can hear the other side, and all around this country, there are people who have good ideas. If we will only listen. If we will only listen.
Well, most definitely. And that's what, again, I'm going to say the word advocate. We have been advocating for that level of inclusivity. And not only that, we've been advocating for accountability and transparency and all those aspects of good governance. There's absolutely no way in which a country can be managed and its resources managed efficiently if there isn't that high level of accountability and transparency so that everyone will be able to benefit, have an equitable benefit from the resources, and also that everyone knows what is going on because the process is transparent. You don't have to be guessing where
No
monies
guess
are
working,
going.
no guess
You
working.
don't have to be doing that. No surprises should be coming upon us as Guyanese. We should know that this is the direction, this resource is going to go here, that amount is going to go there, and that is all that we're asking for. Good governance, we're asking for that level of democracy and good governance so that the people of this country that have endured will be benefiting and will not have to suffer any further.
Yep. The people got to benefit. Ultimately, it is the people. It is the people who got to benefit. Who got to benefit. And so when we say boots on the ground, it's because we're not benefiting. Because them boys at the top doing a bundle of nonsense. We're not benefiting. So we gotta do boots on the ground. We gotta do boots on the ground. And the one we talked about Trinidad, right? The guy said, "What are you talking about us? You better mind your own barnyard. Trinidad they're in a good place. Trinidad in a good way. Why y'all taking over us? Why y'all fretting about us? Right? Our economy is 4 times your economy, right? Or per capita GDP in US, it plenty. Yeah. So this issue is very broad, and we want to hear from you. Like, what do you guys think about inclusivity in national development? You hear the Constitution said if you're talking about inclusivity, you got to include the opposition. These jacobins and trench couples don't even want to talk to the opposition. They want to have one Guyana.
My goodness.
Right? One Guyana, you got a one Guyana concert. You go to bars, you got to hold a one Guyana concert. But you got one person from Bartica. Yeah, like Spice Bartica. See, Bartica, people can't sing. Right? But you can't dance. Don't look, do other things. Right?
Which other things? Let us straighten this
So you
out
want to
right
put me
now.
Bartica stuff. Other things.
So partitions are there was a lot of public was shared this week. According to there is the fact that the Bartic Regatta is on for the Easter weekend, and the activities being planned for the Bartic Regatta. One particular activity that has been referred to as a One Guyana concert. I believe that that particular activity received serious criticism from local persons, the residents of Bartic, especially persons that are in the entertainment industry, because of their contention is rightly so, and I support and defend every last word, is that it is disrespectful at least to have a concert there one Guyana event that has absolutely no representation from the local artists and persons in the entertainment section of Barticle. So
We
yes,
gotta do better. We
yeah.
gotta do better. Certainly that is not inclusivity. Certainly. Capital party whole a big concert and you got two partitions in it. Yeah, it's party. Yeah, well, that's totally ahead of Bartica.
But
God forbid.
Bartica different, Bartica is very different. So don't be surprised to see the reaction of the people in terms of support. So Bartica is very, very different. I know that a lot of folks have been really wanting in regard to come back and all of that. And because that's a signature event for the community, and we love the fact to have the entertain and to promote our township altogether. So very exciting time. But when partitions speak up about certain things, anybody that have knowledge as to how partitions operate will know that they don't just get vexed and forget about it. They're different.
It's action. It's action. And so, folks, we have the discussion for those of you who are now joining us about inclusivity in national development. This is what we heard Sarah Lynch talking about recently. It's what we heard Calva Caron, the IB president, talking about recently as well, guys. And we think you can only argue well the best ideas come to the fore. Together we solve our problems. And we move ahead, we can leave a country that our children and their children's children can benefit from. That's what we should be doing. Talking, problem solving, envisioning a brighter future together. Where's the Guyana 2050 plan that we can together sit down and so that your kids and my kids 10, 50 years from now can benefit from it, right?
Definitely. And one of the things that you spoke about a little earlier, you made mention to the need for diversification and that's about having attention on one particular industry. What I want to add in at this time, I saw one of the newspapers carry this morning
What is that?
that the headline says major technical issue halts operations at Eifelot Sugar Estate. Major technical issue halts operations at Eifelot Sugar Estate. So, folks, we've been talking about sugar and the fact that the PV administration went in, or the campaign promises was to reopen all of the estates and to have it in a manner in which they said that them alone was able to bring it to. And there you have it, one after the other, being completely shut down. What it is just most ridiculous. And I know that they are known and noted for commenting that this was a campaign promise, but apparently when it comes to reopening the sugar estates, that's not a promise they remember. That is a promise that they seem to have forgotten about altogether.
Really, the folks are redonkulous. They're just redonkulous. I think we have a couple of contributions we can go to, and I hope the guys are going to hear us. Guys, when we play the contribution from our contributors, let us know if you can hear it clearly. I think we have a few guys who want to say hello. Let's see if we get that. Let us know if you're hearing it on the outside, guys. Let us know if you're hearing. All right, let's see. Go right ahead, Judah. Let's see if we get it clearer.
Shirley's working on that very diligently.
Are you guys to tell them we don't have the audio? Judah.
Well, we're not getting a bit of audio, so I would just have to paraphrase the that bit of voice note that came in, and the woman was saying that she's a pensioner, so she's feeling the effect of the increasing cost of living. So we do understand that, and then she's referring to the fact that there is no one in Guyana at all, right? So I see Gordon Smith. I see you, Gordon Smith, out there. Guys, it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys and discussing what is happening. Drop your comments in the chat box there. Drop your comments there so that we can give a feedback to how you're feeling about all of this. And most definitely, I know that we try to respond to as many as we possibly can. We try our best to respond to all of these. Jean Noble, it's nice to see you here, Jean and Marlon Thomas. Let's do this indeed, Marlon. And Carletta Reynolds, hey Carletta. I said Michaela Webster said it's back. Yes, it's back. So we're getting a little bit of issue in putting through the audio feeds from other sources. So guys, you wouldn't be able to play your comments at the moment that you're sending in voice notes. So I'm telling you that you can drop your comments and we'll respond to it right here on the live stream. Just comment what you want to say and we'll be able to take it from there, most definitely.
Yep. As you said, Judith, it's good to see so many folks who are joining us today. I really wanted to hear from you, and I don't know what these guys are doing to us here, but we're going to try to get our end started out in short fashion so we can, of course, bring these clips to you. Very, very important aspect of our program. We want to get it done.
Yep, most definitely. You know, I was just telling you about the headline that said major mechanical issue halts the operations at Eiffel's Sugar Estate, and I'm going through the comments of some what some persons have to say. You know, the persons basically are they've had enough of that. They say after shame is bare face. You know, this is the point at which the PB administration is at right now. First, it was a shameful, had to be a shameful admittance on their part, and now they're just barefaced in their approach of going about shutting these as they down and not putting the effort into actually honoring that campaign promise that they went around the country preaching at every podium and on every stage afforded to them during that period of time. So there you have it. If you didn't believe what we were saying prior, now you're seeing it for yourself. For all the folks that believe that they would come in and had some major, major change and go in an opposite direction, there you have it. They are a total mess when it comes to sugar altogether. They were the ones that had damaged the industry to the point that it was which prior at was at prior to 2015, and now they're back in those seats and they are continuing the devastating effect that they had prior to 2015. So, guys, you know what is going on. I don't have to tell you. You as I think it was a man that said, "You beg, we beg, and we got sense." So most definitely, we have to keep monitoring what is going on with them and keep putting the pressure, but more so keep calling
Pressure.
them out. Keep calling them out every single time. You do not go out there and make campaign promises to folks, and now you think you can just haphazardly go and pull it back, do your own thing, and there should be no consequences. No, that is not the way it works. So keep calling them out every single time you see those headlines going on.
Pressure. Also pressure.
Well, this is the country that we're living in, as sad as it is. This is the country that we're living in right now.
Yep. Good to see Patricia Kissoon and Maxine Monroe down at Liverpool. Good to see Susan Washington. Good to see Maxine Monroe. Glenn Smith always there. Love it. Love it, guys. Love it. But definitely, we got to rethink how we approach national development. We have to rethink that. Got to rethink it. Very, very serious. Got to rethink it.
Well, as I think as a young person in politics, one of the younger people in politics, I must say that my outlook and into politics altogether is a little bit different, and I share its view when it comes to the fact that no one, and Amanda's view as well, that no one set of people have all the answers, and because of that, we need to have a very balanced, inclusive approach if we want to actually benefit to our maximum capacity as a country. That's the only way to move forward. If we move forward in any other direction, we will not be benefiting to our maximum capacity, and we will reap some very bitter rewards, if I dare say, by not having that level of inclusivity at the level of governance of the country. This country of ours, it's ours to fight for, it's ours to defend. But when it comes to the resources and the way in which they are expended, we have to make sure that there is not only equality but there is equity. And I keep using those terminology because it's dear to me. And to make sure that persons that need more gets more, persons are afforded the opportunity to elevate their lives to a standard of living that they are comfortable at, and that they're not trapped into the cycle of poverty that thousands of Guyanese are in right now. So that's why we continue to speak about it. That's why we continue to advocate for inclusivity and for betterment for the people of this country.
Well said. Well said, folks. We got a lot of work in front of us to do. It's a new month. We are re-energized, Rita.
Most definitely.
Re-energized to work, re-energized. And you know what? What's the beautiful thing? As long as we got life, there's hope that this country can turn around. There's hope with good leadership, sound leadership. You know, we can make a difference.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I don't know, it's very, it's, listen, this is a whole session by itself. One of the things that I want to note is that with all that is going on, we still have some persons fighting to make a better life, fighting to have their impact in society, and we commend those persons. We encourage everyone to be a part of that. We encourage young people to continue to speak out. We encourage everyone to be that to be the shining example that they have been thus far. And we encourage all of you right now that's listening to us to do your part in distribute incredible information. You know, share the live feed. Share this doing the symbol in here in studio right now, but smash the emoji button, guys. You know, I'm not gonna be doing this. If I have a little video, I will just take a little video and send it to you guys in the comment section so that you remember what you need to do. The red. David, how are you this midday? What are you doing right now?
You know, and as you're not with Kylo Check asking us a question that outside of politics, are we if we're seeing signs of a one Guyana elsewhere?
It's you know, when it comes to, this is a touchy topic, but when it comes to division in our country, there's so much. Sometimes I wonder which comes first at this point in time. What is coming first, the hen or the egg? Basically, because there is the divide, that the political divide that you see in our country. It's so if I'm to be frank, it's so race based, this political divide. And then if you go into the streets, then you see the racial divide within our country. I think Guyana is not on. Let's not fool ourselves. You know, we need to have frank discussions if we want to move forward, if we want a better country. And when you are communicating and mixing and meddling with persons outside of politics, you realize how deep our divide is when it comes to race. Sometimes I wonder which is pushing which harder. Is it the divide of the country that is pushing the political divide a little bit more, or is it the political divide is pushing the race divide a little bit more? So it is very, very serious. It's a very, very serious topic for us to discuss. And I would say that coming from Bartico, I had it a whole lot more easier when it comes to that, because I was raised in an environment that I didn't have to experience all of that. So I see it through a different lens, and I'm always an advocate for unity and unity in diversity. So I believe that we can do it. I believe that that's the only way for us to move forward. But yeah, when it comes to having a oneness, this is a cycle that we need to break, and it is not going to be any easy task. This is not no 1 2 year process. This is a generational cycle that we need to break, of this divide, brutal divide, us against them against us. We don't trust them, that they don't trust us. That bit of nonsense is no more, have no place it has no place in our country. But here it is, dwelling every single day. Everything that you do, you experience the divide, the blatant discrimination against each other at some aspect. And we need to do better as a people. And we need to be honest with ourselves and know that we are the people, we are the ones to change it. And I do my part as a parent, And I hope, and I can only hope and pray and advocate also that you are doing your part, and that I can advocate for all of us to come together and make sure that we change this pattern, and we make sure that this country is a country that we're proud to live in. And when we get older and we close our eyes, that our children don't have to face the same nonsense that we face. It is so crazy, it is most ridiculous, but we cannot give up. I refuse to give up when it comes to fighting issues of racism, and basic and blatant discrimination altogether in this country. It has no place. This is 2022, and we need to do way better as a people altogether, so that we can fly the flag of Guyana, so that we can fly that gold in our head high and be proud of it, to say we represent one people, one nation, and one destiny. That is my aim. That is my whole mission in politics altogether.
Yep, yep, yep. Noble aspirations indeed. And we got to keep pushing forward. We got to keep pushing forward because you know what, Rita? If we came and met the country one way and after we've come and gone, did our time, it's still the same way. It's wicked, we wicked, you know.
Therefore, we have wasted people's time. We would have wasted people's time if we came and met it one way, and we gonna leave it the same way in which we met it. I am not about wasting people's time, and I believe that we have to be the shining example ourselves. It's no use I coming on here and I say, we have to have unity and oneness and all of that. And then when I come off here, I go and I display a different set of attitude and action outside. That's not the way it works. When I leave and when I come offline, the biggest task at hand is for me to be that example and show persons what I'm talking about, and show unbiasedness, and have no discrimination, and treat people based on their character. Yeah, as you know, the famous line, the content of your character. And this is where we aspire to be. We have to be there. We cannot just let it go. Sometimes I'll be honest with you, sometimes I get frustrated when it comes to the experiences I would have had, or mixing with persons that don't know who I am, persons that perceive me to be one place or the other. And it is most disturbing to think about the fight, the difficulty in the fight that we have ahead of us when it comes to getting to this place of inclusivity and national development, because we're not going to get there if we don't tackle the basic issues of racism. That's the biggest thing that we have in our country. I don't know if there's any other country that have racism as it is in Guyana. And as brutal, sad truth. And we have to fight it. We have to, and I have faith. I mean, I'm way optimistic. I think some person think that I'm way too optimistic when it comes to fighting racism, but I have to be, because that's the only thing that drives me and keeps me, gets me up in the morning to come out and make sure that I do my part in creating this pathway, that we all can have a safe space and environment for all our children, regardless of their race, to go out there and to mix freely, have clean fun, and and most importantly, be afforded the opportunity equally at any level of in any region, at any level. This is my hope, and I continue to say I will fight for it with all the strength that I have in my body. So a lot to be done, Mr. Duncan. A whole lot to be done.
Indeed. And together we got to do it. Kylo Tech, together we got to do it. Maureen Chichester, Roxanne Aaron, really sing together, folks. We got to do it. We are rushing out of time. And we want to make sure we give some folks a shout out. It's the first day of April. It's a Friday. And so you guys should be kind of just taking it easy into the weekend for that kind of self-care. Be gentle with yourselves over the weekend. We want to see those emoji, guys. We want to see those shares. Deborah Clark, we see you there, Deborah, and we see Pauline and all the other folks. We see you guys. We see you guys. Good to have each and every one of you. Anna Phillips, good to see you. Pauline Austin, Suzette Washington, good to see you, Suzette. Guys, give us a share. Smash that emoji button, and it's the first day of the month, guys, and we want to encourage you. The responsibilities we have on a monthly basis starts right back over from square one as the month start. So we encourage you guys, come on board, partner with us, and let us get about the business that we've said about, folks. getting the valid and credible information to you guys. That's our passion, and that's what we want to do to amplify voices, guys. That is what we want to do. So we invite you guys to partner with us. We got Cash App available, we got Zelle, we got PayPal, MMG, Western Union, and MoneyGram. The number you want to call if you need some guidance, if you need some help, guys, 627-6963, 627-69663. We didn't get a chance to play the voice notes today, but thank God we got podcast whole weekend. So we're gonna start this, getting this audio through and play the podcast on tomorrow's podcast. Listen out for that. Listen out for that from our end here in studio.
Most definitely, guys. Like Sherry is saying, we encourage you to partner with us. It's most necessary, and we appreciate all the support that you have been given thus far. You know, you nice person, Brenda Bradwick, Gordon Smith, Amanda Daniel. You know, all of you wonderful people. Wendy Ronald. Hey Wendy, I haven't seen you in a little bit. I don't know if I missed you, but definitely glad to see you here again. Diane, Grace, Zandy, make sure that you continue to be the constant support that you are. All of you, you're part of this family, and as we go through our days, it's nothing without coming online and making sure that we hear from you and give you credible information. I see Stan Born is saying boom. So I mean Stan is at a different level of hype this midday, so I aspire to get to that level.
Boom, boom.
Boom.
We love it. We love it. Good to have you, Stan. Good to see you, folks. Edward Gonzalez is here, Cecile Ogle, Kelly Indigit, all the usual suspects, guys. We love having you. We're going to see you guys at 8 in the ring. It's our privilege, our pleasure having you guys here. So, with we couldn't do it without you. Stay safe, guys, and we encourage you. We encourage you, encourage you. Come on board, partner with us. That's our time, folks. That's our time today. Stay safe. Stay safe now.
Stay safe, guys. Have a good day.